So I'm going to continue my story. As you know, I'm a light worker that's demonically attacked by demonic human beings for a very long time. You can see my other videos of me being tortured by people who are using electronic harassment devices to kill me. It's gone on for, let's go 6 years every day. Okay, so what else is going on? Well, down here, outside my room, is a lift truck, and it might not come through very clearly, but on the side of the lift truck, it says 842-8. 842-8. That's the number of that machine. Okay, so the significance of 842 is some time ago, the demonic that's with me here 24 hours a day remembers perhaps it was some posting somewhere that said the lowest level of hell is called level 842. Rock bottom, the bottommost hellish place in hell is level 842. And that one over there, outside my window, says 842. Guess where we are? We're at level 842 of hell. Now, if you look out the window, it doesn't look hellish. But we're at level 842 of hell. So well, just go with my story. It's hard to get words because the demonic doesn't want me to tell you. But you remember Rumpelstiltskin from Once Upon a Time TV show? That evil thing? Well, 6 years ago, that evil thing came to me. And then brought all its devils. It's been deviling me for a long time. But 6 years ago, Rumpelstiltskin was interested in some information, a book and a video from a spiritual teacher, Jason Loov, Loov. And so we followed Jason, his video, and we conducted an angelic ceremony. Rumpelstiltskin conducted the ceremony, primarily lighting white candles and contacting the highest of the high angelic, using Jason Louv's method. Rumpelstiltskin a long time ago forgot about that day, but today I just reminded him of that ceremony. And that now that I am at the lowest level of hell, Rumpelstiltskin opened a portal at the lowest level of hell to let the highest of the high angelic. He didn't mean this. He forgot all about this, but he's a stupid person. He really is. He doesn't seem that stupid on TV. Well, stupid now. Because he opened up an enormous portal to let the highest of the high angelic light and the angels themselves to come here to the lowest level of hell, 842. What does it mean? Well, when you listen to Prime Disclosure on YouTube, Paul White Gold Eagle gives us a daily news summary, and he often says, pretty much every time he makes a report on the daily report, well, he always says, the demonic's trying to stop me from saying it, but the grids are all lit up, is what Paul White Gold Eagle always says. The grid is all lit up, and it never, ever, ever has been as lit up as it is today, because Rumpelstiltskin and Bobby Burrows opened up the biggest portal ever into the deepest, darkest levels of hell. Because Rumpelstiltskin was sitting in his stinking pride. And, almost wants to take angelic people like me and throw shit at us and bury us in shit. Waterboard us in shitty water. Torture me. You can look at my other videos of the torture of Bobby Burrows by electronic harassment, or is it spiritual harassment? Mary Baker Eddy said, who's that? Well, spiritual teacher from 1895. Well, way back then. Oh yeah, I do a lot of reading. Mary Baker Eddy founded the Christian Science Church, which, you may have heard of it, may not. But she gave us spiritual teachings to help us spiritualize what we think of as the physical universe. What does that mean? Well, Newtonian physics was what was taught in schools in 1895. Isaac Newton was before 1895. Remember him? Sir Isaac Newton, credited with discovery of gravity. Newton's apple fell on his head. This here that you're seeing in my face is a demonic attack that I go through all the time. Mary Baker Eddy said, "This world is not physical, Isaac Newton." She said it is spiritual world. And everything in her teachings, Science and Health, with key to the scriptures, is her book. And I even recently took a bunch of devils in to go and look at Mary Baker Eddy and listen to some, I can't remember, because it's very hard. Anyways, they're all aware of it, and they made a huge mistake because they participated in spiritualizing their universe. These demonic people. What does it all mean? Well, around 1920, physicists talked to us about quantum physics. And everything changes in quantum physics. Now, what's the difference between quantum physics and Mary Baker Eddy's spiritual world? Do you remember the Higgs boson particle discovery? Otherwise known as the God particle? That's modern day physics. Higgs boson, the God particle. That's what physicists modern day, why would they call it a God particle? Because they're bringing God into quantum physics. So, we've got this connection between the spiritual teacher, Mary Baker Eddy, and modern day physicists who say that Higgs boson proves that God is real. In a nutshell, I don't know, I can't understand all that complicated science, but I just got to go and say, Higgs boson is the God particle, and they talk about it. I can't even tell you if it's part of quantum physics or not, because I don't know, maybe you got to check in with CERN or someplace. Anyways, I just got to simplify it, because I'm more and more a simple kind of man. And say, science says God is real. Mary Baker Eddy says God is real. Bobby Burrows said God is real. Blah, 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 blah. That's what they do. Blah, blah, blah. When they don't like what I have to say. That's forced in on me by, I think it's electronic harassment. But Mary Baker Eddy would say, no, that's spiritual harassment by demonic. And it is. So the good news is a huge portal to let angelic into the lowest level of hell. That's what it says, 842. And as soon as I saw that, 842 is 842. And among the demons that hassle me and harass me, they know 842 is rock bottom. And now, what does it mean? Well, the grid is all lit up at the lowest levels of hell and at the highest levels of heaven with angelic light. It's good news. It's really good news because all the evil ones cannot help but be exposed by the unbelievable amount of light, of love and consciousness itself. So as much as I'm tortured and how horrendous it is, my ordeal as a light worker, I'm declaring success. I'm declaring that hell has been all lit up with angelic light, all of hell. There's nowhere for hellions, nowhere for demonic to hide, because the angels are everywhere. It's good news. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible day as far as the torture of me goes, but it's great news as far as the liberation of planet Earth. And as the Earth goes, so does the rest of the multiverse. Many spiritual teachers have been on that. Holographic Universe was a book by Michael Talbot. So you have to read that one because it's very hard for me to talk. Anyways, as much as my horrible, it's a horrible day. I have horrible, painful attacks by demonic, evil fucking people. I was even visited by the Thunder Bay Police today because my insane family sent them there because they like to go and send the police after me because my family is toxic. Anyways, the police came in, took their report, and I made an official complaint against Christopher John Scott Dougal, one of the vice presidents at Google, because if there's anybody who has the connected ability in the tech industry, a vice president of Google, it's him. He's the only person I know in the tech industry who is a significant big wheel. And we all know that big tech is involved with everything military as well. So, who can connect up with military hardware used on me? I used to be a friend of Christopher John Scott Dougal. And strangely enough, my sister Barb Burrows, dates Hector Dougal, owner of Dougal Media in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, who is Scott Dougal's, that's his short form name, common name, Scott Dougal, his brother. So, strangely enough, my family that's in so tight with the Dougals. What else can I tell you? The demonic is right in my own family. All the same, the angelics are here, and I'm an angelic, and I'm happy as a pig in shit. Because Rumpelstiltskin, the evil motherfucker, he's always telling me I was making mistakes, he made the biggest mistake ever. Because all his allied devils are going to fry in all of the light, all of the love, all of the consciousness of God everywhere. I'm Bobby Burrows in Thunder Bay. Lightworker, grid keeper, wisdom teacher, spiritual teacher, wisdom keeper, human being, tortured soul. I'm here to serve you all, to bring in the 5D earth, the fifth dimensional earth. That is what my whole life mission is now. 5D earth, the fifth dimension, heaven on earth. Paul Whitegold Butler often says that's what it is. Bringing heaven to earth. He calls the numbers 37 and 73, bringing heaven to earth. So keep an eye out for 37s and 73s.